Hey guys, today wanting to talk a little bit about the concept of self-worth. It's a big one, and I think it's something that we all, at least at some points in our lives, have struggled with. How does it come to be? How do we figure out what our self-worth is? A lot of this is developed at a very early age, early childhood, and has to do often with our relationships with our primary caregivers and our family members. And sometimes that can be either a really good thing, a really strong, healthy sense of self from a young age, or not. And so what does that mean if it wasn't strong as a young child? Well, the good news is we can rebuild it as adults. We can learn to understand it, and we can learn how to change the way our minds think about ourselves and catch ourselves when we're going down negative rabbit holes and things like that. So, what I'll say is a lot of people use comparison as a way to measure themselves, looking at themselves in comparison to, like, say, for example, how fit someone else is versus yourself, or how much money somebody makes versus yourself. And these are very superficial ways that we measure up against, how we're doing in comparison to the outside world. But is that really, at the end of the day, what matters to you? Can you feel good about that being the way that you measure yourself? Or would you rather take a look inside and define what success looks like for you as an individual, and not have it, in comparison to other people? Think of it from an internal perspective versus superficial outside of yourself. So there are ways, and I'll be back with more, and feel free to message me or comment if you have thoughts about this. I know this is a pretty sensitive subject for most of us because it hits home for everyone, really. So I'll be back with more. Stay tuned.